Why is there so many people in the comment section, but it's only showing one person? Y'all see how the game is rigged, y'all? Look at all the comments in the comment section. Meanwhile, they telling us we got 4 likes with one person in the building. Explain to us why we got 12 likes with one person in the building. That's what you call being sabotaged. That's what you call being sabotaged. I need everybody that's in here to super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. I think we're gonna make this a regular. We got to put this page right here back in the algorithm. So I think we're gonna start doing the morning shows on Raw and Uncut with Hassan Campbell. Buzz Beyond, they playing with the numbers. Salute though, Haas. We already know. We know they playing with the numbers. They getting dirty. Thank you for sponsoring this war. We appreciate you. Normally, y'all know I start with my intro, blasting my music, but this stupid device decided that it wanted to upgrade itself, you know, and just killed my momentum with me doing my intro with the music. But you know the show got to go on. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the building. Q Brown, salute. Harlem Legend TV. Shout out to Harlem Legend in the building. Y'all make sure, everybody that's in the building, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Harlem Legend TV. In a minute, we about to act up. We about to totally act up. But like I said, as y'all come in, make sure y'all violate that like button because there's more people in the building than what they showing. YouTube is garbage. It is on a delay. Y'all see what's going on? It is what it is. A nigga gotta work through being sabotaged. But worst case scenario, we definitely gonna start doing more on working more on Rumble because the reality of it is, niggas like Whack 100 and them West Coast niggas. Period. A lot of dudes feel like I'm a threat, and I'm definitely a threat. And it ain't just Whack. It's niggas like Gilly and Wallow that's working behind the scenes at YouTube. Niggas feel like I am a threat to them. So they purposely gonna sabotage my platform. It is what it is. This platform got 100,000 subscribers on it. There's no reason why we sitting up here with 192 people in the building. There's no reason for that. But you can't cry over, yeah, Gilly and Wallow. Niggas is suckers. Yes. All them niggas is behind the scene trying to sabotage me because I am a threat to their ignorance. We grown men, right? We are all the way grown men. And it's sad because I shouldn't have to tell you who to be friends with or who not to be friends with. We are living in critical times where we need to know how to get money. We need to know when the money stops and the bank shut down, how we gonna get our resources. We need to be connected with people that got farms. They got farmland. So if they got free food coming out of the earth, because as long as that sun is shining up in the air, as long as there's sun, then there's food that's going to come out of that earth. As long as you got cows running around going moo or bah, whatever it is, that cow going to turn into a steak. When you got chicken laying eggs, oh, you're going to definitely have some bacon, eggs, and cheese. You're going to have all that. See, the earth gave you everything you needed for free. But somehow, the evil people, the evil orange people that be sitting around, they got too much time on their hands. You know, the ones that make the planes that fly or take boats to different lands, and everywhere they go, they cause trouble. Everywhere they go, they cause chaos. Everywhere they go, they are destructive. It is what it is. They have time on their hand. You know how that kid, that little white boy, when he ran down on that black kid, he said, I got time, cuz. They got time. And when people sit back and they plot and they plan and they plot and they plan and they execute, you can't beat them. Because mentally you didn't prepare for their chess game. You sitting around lollygagging, acting like everything cool. You know what you doing. You know what you doing. You running around minding your business, tending to your own tribe. All you want is your own little resources, but they want the world. All you want is your own little resources, but they want the world. And they going to get it by any means necessary. Oh, yeah, they coming to get what you got by any means necessary. See, I want you to understand something, right? The people in power, they don't care about you celebrating Thanksgiving. They don't care about you shopping no more. They don't know what to do with the rest of their money. They feel like you a joke. That's why they try to bait you into going outside and tearing up their stores so that they could go to their insurance companies and fix their stores back and make even more money off of you being destructive. Because guess what? Your tax money pay for all the insurance. Your labor. You so psychologically damaged that you just sit around and you know what you do? Niggas sit around complaining about who getting welfare, who ain't getting welfare. I don't want you to get all the food stamps. You need to get up and work. And you really, really mad because somebody learned how to beat the system. Rich people don't work. Rich people make money in their sleep. And they make it off of you, soldier boy. Rich people make money in their sleep and they make it off of you, soldier boy. Off of your slave labor. You got to go to bed early so you can get up early. Time to make donuts. Don't you feel stupid going to work in the morning? Time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. You got to rush to work. I can't be late again. I might get in troubles. I don't know what's on your mind, but this ain't it for me. Having somebody control when you go to sleep and when you get up, because there ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B if you're going to be with me. Yeah, ain't nothing going on but the rent. You decide to quit your job. Now you backed up. Landlord looking at you, can't pay the bills, but you still going shopping. You still figuring out a way to bring groceries in. You still figuring out a way to go get you some sneakers. Now you walking past, you got to be the ultimate sucker. You got to be the ultimate sucker to walk past your landlord. He looking at you. You looking at him. You 3 months behind on your rent. But you still done bought you some sneakers. You done bought you a sweatshirt, nice little hoodie. You getting fly with this Darucci. You got that Darucci at NYC. Yeah, you rocking that Darucci. You looking fly. And you 3 months behind on his bills. He's 3 months behind on his rent. And you lost the job because you tired. And you got every right to be tired. But now you ain't got no money in your pocket. You done turned yourself into a beautiful bum. This ain't it. See, one thing about me, I'm going to tell y'all this, right? I like power. I like to be in control. If I call myself a king, then I want to rule over the kingdom. A king is a ruler. If you can't give orders, you're not a king. Stop listening to the conscious community, them stupid people on the internet. Don't listen to them. I need for you to understand. If you don't have nobody to rule over, you are not a king. You're not. You're not. I like power. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being on anybody's clock. I want to go to sleep when I want to. I want to get up when I want to. And if you running around and you smiling, niggas telling you just be happy, I ain't Gillian Wallow. Somebody out there wants your job. Tell them they can have it. I want them $100 million checks without going over to Israel and kissing that wall. I want them $100 million checks without going through the door. You know the door? The Norwich door. I want them $100 million checks without having to sit up there and listen to P. Diddy calling me daddy. Come here, daddy. I like it when you arch over in the pool like that, daddy. I want them $100 million checks. And I don't want to be the street niggas waiting for Diddy to come home so I can get next to a nigga that's next to a nigga. Because all these niggas that act like they got integrity, they ain't got no integrity. You know how many niggas waiting for Diddy to come home so they can hang out with Diddy? Because they looking for an opportunity for a gay man to put them on? You know how many niggas in the street is looking to hang out with niggas that hang out with Diddy? They want to go to Diddy parties. And while they standing up there shaking Diddy's hand, he's shaking their hand too, and he don't want to let their hand go. He rubbing the middle of their hand with his thumb, letting them know that he want to hump. Sorry, but not me. Niggas can't wait to go to the Diddy's party. Ain't nothing worse than a straight man that turned gay because he needed money. Don't let that go over your head. Ain't nothing worse than a straight man that's willing to be in the presence of a dude that gets a stiffy off of looking at other men, and you want to be in his presence because he got for the love of money. Almighty dollar. Shout out to everybody in the building. I think I like going live in the morning. Everything is all about streaming, so we gonna stream, right? You know it's crazy. Y'all can call me paranoid. But some of the weirdest stuff be happening to me. My life is like a scary movie where it's like it's a hacker that just be tacking in, that like the hacking into my technology. And I'm not the smartest or the brightest, but it be some weird stuff going on. I swear to God, y'all be thinking I be bugging out, but it just be some weird stuff going on. And sometimes I don't like really telling people what be going on because I don't want the enemy to know that I'm on to them, but it be some real weird stuff going on. You ever heard that song from back in the days? I always feel like somebody's watching me. They won't give me no privacy. Yeah, stuff be feeling real weird, man. Stuff be feeling real weird. There's a lot of topics that I want to go over. Some of them we gonna go over now. Some of them after this live, because I'm today we acting up today. We going live on this channel. We gonna go live on the HassanCampbell channel. We gonna go live on the Snotbox TV. I'm not playing. I'm not leaving a dollar on the table. Niggas want to sit up there and sabotage my pages. Okay, cool. I'm still gonna work. We gonna work them. What you feel about the 50-year mortgage? What I feel about that, I feel like it's a trap. Matter of fact, you know what? I got something I want y'all to listen to. Yeah, we gonna get to these topics, man. Let's get to these topics. First one. I want y'all to listen carefully to what she got to say, because I got something to say.
Listen, folks, at this point, you can tell that there is some type
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me close that shade. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I want y'all to listen carefully, right? Because sometimes y'all be agreeing with people and y'all don't really listen to them. Sometimes people offend with lies. And then you'll sit up there and be like, yeah, they right. Nah, you gotta listen. You gotta really, really listen and dissect stuff.
Listen, folks, at this point, you can tell that there is some type of psychotic spirit that has taken over our country. Folks are mad that the president...
You can tell that some type of psychotic spirit has taken over this country. You can tell. The psychotic spirit came over here in the slave ships and it never left. Press 1 in the comment section if you agree with me. The psychotic spirits came over here in the slave ships and it never left. The psychotic spirits experimented on us and they still experimented on us. That's why they got us going to the doctor. Remember the Tuskegee experiment where they gave all the people syphilis? When did the evil spirit leave?
Is doing what a president is supposed to do. You can tell that we haven't had real leadership because when real leadership comes along, we don't know how to handle it. A president's job is to protect his country from foreign and domestic threats. A president's job is to make sure the country is profitable. The president's job is to make sure its country's citizens can live in peace and prosperity.
Who told you that? Since when presidents in America elected black people? Remember, they created drugs. They infiltrated, used the FBI to flood our communities with coke, dope, and crack. And then they created the war on drugs. They made us junkies, then locked up the drug dealers. When the president's job was to protect us. I'm getting sick and tired of black people acting like we them and they us. You still 3/5 of a man. You are still 3/5 of a man. If you agree with me, press 1 in the comment section. She sounds smart to a dummy.
That's what our president is doing. But because we haven't had leadership in so long, people don't know how to handle this. I believe this thing really started. I know it started in the 60s when they had already had the plan to destroy America. But Barack Obama, y'all, he did a number on this country.
Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters was hanged. How could you gangbang? I never had to run from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man. What is she talking about? It started in the 60s. No, it started when the slave ships arrived. It never stopped. They never took their foot off of our neck. Black Wall Street, Lake Lanier. Should I keep going? They never took their foot off of our neck. What are we talking about? What is she talking about?
He used the black man's mannerisms to charm the world. He learned the coolness of the black man. I'm telling you, he learned how to speak eloquently. He came with speeches about hope and change and captivated the world. And right in front of our eyes, blindly, we saw this man usher in all kind of abominations. And then Joe and Kamala patted these abominations on the back. Now we got boys really thinking they can be girls and girls thinking they can be boys. Now we have kids using kitty litter in the school because they identify as animals and that's how they use the restroom.
Okay, I get it. Now you're mixing truth in with the lies. We get what Obama did by trying to turn our boys into a little girl. And I get the sarcasm. No, our kids don't think they're cats and dogs, but I get the sarcasm. I do that too. This is where she mixed the truth in, where people say she's telling the truth. You mixing truth with lies, my nigga. They are not like us. We are not like them. We are not the same. We are not the same. Do you understand that the colonizer, a big portion of them are waiting for Donald Trump to unleash hell on us? They tried to blame us for Charlie Kirk. And they still trying to blame us. They are pushing for the purge, my nigga. Well, part y'all don't understand. They are pushing for the purge. It's hunting season. Guess who the duck? You, my nigga. You the duck.
We have kids being castrated at an early age by psychotic parents and doctors. And we have crazy people in the schools indoctrinating children. This is where we are. I don't know if we'll ever be able to recover, guys. This is how bad this is. And they are fighting the president on every front as he's trying to fix this country in its psychotic thinking. They are fighting him.
He's not trying to fix the country. He's trying to erase everything that black people fought for. The statues and the monument about slavery and history are being erased. You know why? Because it's time to hit the reset button. Black people are starting to realize that we are not from Africa. Black people are starting to realize that there is pyramids in the Grand Canyon. Black people are starting to realize that there are pyramids over there. There's something special over there in area 151 or whatever they want to call it. Black people are starting to wake up and realize that there is a history of greatness with us, and we have been reduced to piss and shit. That's why we watch niggas like Cardi B and Chrisean rock. And Blueface, the most embarrassing. These niggas are the most embarrassing that you could ever see, and which I don't realize. Back in the days when we was growing up, we had the soap operas. All My Children, General Hospital, you know, the soap operas. Now we got reality TV, but it ain't really reality TV. It's all staged ignorance to keep us dumb. They've never lifted their foot off our neck. What is she talking about? We never really had an opportunity to breathe. Do you not realize that there's a gatekeeper at every door? Even when it comes down to getting a decent job, what you got to go become an Eastern Star or Mason to get a good job. You got to become a part of a brotherhood that they control. Good morning, America.
Satan is taking over, and the people want to follow Satan. Not all, but a lot. This thing is crazy. I am watching lunatics. Look at the judges. Ketanji Brown does not know what a woman is. Where are we? Look at those liberal judges on that. Listen, y'all. We have to pray. Common sense is gone. And because of this satanic agenda, people are losing their minds.
That's where she's right. There is a satanic agenda. She's absolutely right about that. It's most definitely a satanic agenda.
They have a chant that says, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. This all, I'm telling you, Obama used the black man mannerisms to captivate the world. And he turned the whole country over to Satan when he lit that White House up with the abominations that they use, the colors that they use for an abomination that they took, that is God's covenant. That's how you know this whole thing is against Christianity. It's against God, which Christianity came from the Roman Catholic Church. What it is against Jesus's teachings. Wake up. Wake up. They're castrating children. Do y'all not understand this?
A little bit of truth with a little bit of lies. Yes, they are castrating children. They showing our face. A little bit of truth with a little bit of lies. Are you not entertained? But now some people agreed with her when I put my pre-recorded up. But I knew I was going to do a live and we was going to have this discussion. Shall we begin? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, just because I play somebody don't mean that I all the way rock with them. I always teach y'all, take the message and leave the messenger.
Trump has been disloyal to us. What more do we owe this person? Seriously, how many of you got fired from your jobs, expelled from your school? How many of you got hit in the face, lost friends because you supported Trump? How many of you went to jail in the Capitol, lost a social media account? How much acrimony, how many problems has the Trump movement created in your life because you supported him? And how have we been repaid? Well, let's see. When BLM torched every city, Donald Trump let it happen because he thought it would be better for him in the election. Donald Trump was the father of the vaccine and the COVID lockdown. He didn't build the wall. As a matter of fact, he didn't even get illegal immigration under control. He gave Venezuelans TPS status before millions of them came here during the Biden administration. We were disloyal to Trump? No. Trump was disloyal to us. He did not use greatagain.org to fill his administration with his voters. He filled it with Bush and Rubio alum. He filled his White House with GOP staffers who cut taxes for the corporations and moved the embassy for Israel. He gave Ukraine lethal aid. He let BLM destroy the cities. He let Pfizer invent the RNA vaccine. And you say that Trump is owed our allegiance? What more do we owe this guy? Then, Trump is reelected in spite of it all. In spite of all of that cowardice and treachery, no wall, no mass deportations, we're still in Iraq. In spite of all that, he didn't even pardon his supporters that went to jail on his behalf, although he could have. In spite of all that, Trump is reelected while defending the vaccine and his legacy. And how does he repay it now? He immediately hires Chrisean, who wants to replace us with H-1Bs, John Radcliffe at CIA, Mike Waltz as the National Security Advisor. He attacks Project 2025. Then he bombs Iran. Then he cuts the corporate taxes again, buries the Epstein files. Serves you right. You trusted Trump. You can't trust Trump. He's not loyal. I had friends of mine say, "You're not loyal to Trump. We're still trusting the plan. Mr. President, I support you." And these people have watched as Elon has stopped supporting him, as Tucker has stopped supporting him, as Candace Owens has stopped supporting him. And now Marjorie Greene has stopped supporting. I guess they're all traitors. I guess they were all wrong. And what does Trump even stand for anymore?
Press 1 in the comment section if you agree with Nick. Press 2 in the comment section if you agree with the House Negro. Massa, you got white people turning on Trump because they can't take no more of his lies. And then you got black people sitting up there, Massa, is we hurting? It's crazy how black people got on the Trump too late. Now y'all want to be a part of something. That ship done passed. I was one of the #1 dudes. Remember, we take it back to where I was on the internet bigging Trump up. And I always told y'all, I like him because he tells the truth. I tell people all the time, I like racists. I love rednecks. I love rednecks, the type of rednecks that'll sit up there and tell you, If I catch you, boy, I'm going to hang you on this tree. I love them because they are honest. I like people that tell me how they really feel about me. I hate a snake. I hate a deceiving person that'll lie dead directly to your face. They smile in your face. All the while they want to take your place. Who would you rather deal with? A person that's going to tell you straight up and down, when I catch you when this sun go down, it's on. You know to be home by a certain time. Don't get caught. Or would you rather deal with a person that invites you in their house, and meanwhile they got the stove getting ready, and they got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the back room, and he got them sharp blades getting ready to peel your skin off? I like it real. I like people that ain't gonna hold no punches and tell me what it is. I can respect my enemy. I can respect my enemy. When it's time for us to go to war, may the best man win. But a deceiver, a snake, a liar, a manipulator, nah, I can't rock with you. I can't rock with you. Nah. Typical New York ignorance. I mean, it is what it is. Let people be who they are. I let people be who they are. Some people like this New York ignorance. That's why, is this not why you're here? Are you not entertained? That's why you're here. You love this New York ignorance. You got to sit up here and think. My notifications ain't even going out. My notifications ain't even going out, and you the first one here. Who sent you? What agency you working for? Are you in my room in the morning when when men we wake up in the morning, our nature rise? Are you right there looking at my nutsack? Inquiring minds want to know. When I get hard in the morning, are you right there waiting for my nature to rise? New York ignorance. You got to be a special kind of stupid to be the first one to sit up in somebody's comment section that you don't even like. And you feel like a nigga is ignorant too. You got to be a special kind of stupid. Who sent you? How much they paying you? Huh? How much are they paying you to sit up there in the comment section and distract people with stupidity? You the nigga in the classroom throwing the spitballs. Teacher trying to teach you some hard math that you about to take a test on Monday. It's Friday. You spitting spitballs. Because you don't want to be the only one that failed in life. You don't want to be the only one that failed in life. I want y'all to listen to something. This is Elon Musk's father. This is Elon Musk's father.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, you know, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work. We fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression. That's feeding them.
The niggas said we gave them work. We fed them. No, the earth fed us, colonizer. The earth fed us. You took us out of our natural habitat and you put us in a concrete jungle where there's buildings everywhere. And instead of us going to nature to get an apple or orange, instead of us going to nature to get an apple or orange, we going to the supermarket where factories feed us our food. Did you hear what he just said? They want to go back to the jungle? Elon Musk's father made it clear that they cannot let the black and the brown overpopulate this earth. Did you not hear him? Press 1 if you heard what he said. Now you ask yourself a question. Who was Trump warring with in America right now? He's getting rid of the brown. Overseas, he's shooting missiles at Venezuela. What are they over there? They're brown. Are y'all not paying attention? Are y'all not paying attention to the chessboard? Watch the strategies that's going on. Pay attention. This is his son. This man's son just became a trillionaire. Elon Musk just became a trillionaire. Listen to what his father said. I'm going to play it again for all you slow people. Don't take the word from my mouth. Listen to what he said.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why?
He said, do you want to see the earth go down? If black people overpopulate, now here's the funny thing, right? Technology is here already. America's already established. The blueprint is laid out. First and foremost, there's nothing new up under the sun. So everything we have here today, our ancestors already had this. They just hid the technology from us. And through wars, they erase our memory. Through wars, they erase our memory, take our children, and indoctrinate them. This is what they do. They get rid of the adults and raise the children. And this is leading up to where I'm dealing with this Cardi B situation, right? Follow me. Listen to what he said. This live is going to be crazy on the playback.
You don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority.
What does he mean by that? Go back to the jungle. So you telling me if black people and brown people overpopulate this earth, what is he saying indirectly? You want to go back to the jungle? He's telling you, if it gets to the point where we overpopulate this earth, they're going to knock us back to the Stone Age. You don't read in between the lines? Are y'all not listening to him? Are you reading it? Are you reading it between the lines to what he's saying? You don't like cars? So you telling me that if black people take over, we not gonna have no cars no more? If black people take over, you telling me we not gonna have cars anymore? Listen to what he's saying. I'm not saying this. This is what he's saying.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why?
You want to see the earth go down. Why? So if black and brown people take over, if the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Arabs, if we take over, the earth is going to go down. Why?
You don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
if the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, you know, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people
No.
for decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work. We fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression. That's feeding them.
Wow. Listen to how he talked about us like cattle. When a person show you who they are, you believe them. When a person, y'all ever heard about the Cabbage Patch Kids? Y'all need to look up. I want y'all to do your research. Look up the Cabbage Patch Kids. See, what y'all don't understand, like with Cardi B, right? Cardi B, 175 million for her to take orphans in a boarding school, right? Do y'all not realize that in these meetings that's going on in Congress, they're talking about how many kids is missing? This establishment, we watching them grab kids out of schools, separate them from their parents, never to be seen again. Cardi B face is about to be the face of evil. But then again, Kanye West already told you that she's a government plant. When Kanye was on his truth serum, he already told you that Cardi B is a government plant. What kind of rapper don't put out rap music? All these years, she got 2 albums. She just put out a 2nd album. Y'all really don't understand what's really going on, do you? They done reduced us to special ed students. In life, black people in America and all over the world, we have become special ed students. And then what they do, out of us, they'll take the most talented fool and put them on TV and make them rich. And now you're trying to figure out how to be like this fool. Niggas is trying to figure out how to be like Jim Jones. Niggas in the hood are trying to figure out how to be like Jim Jones. And as long as they keep the ignorant ones, you notice they don't keep Rakim in front of the camera like that, right? You notice they don't keep a Big Daddy Kane in front of the camera like that, right? Those old school dudes fell back because there was a path that they couldn't take. Now they just happy to perform. But then they'll keep a nigga like Jim Jones in front of you. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Y'all get the picture. To know better is to do better. If you seen more people flying UFOs, I guarantee you every nigga in the hood, #1 mission would be, if they're not flying a UFO, they want to get on it. If you're not flying the UFO, you want to get on it. And if you see a nigga like Max B come home from jail, and notice, shout out to Max B, you notice how when you watch them videos with Jim Jones and Dave East in them, and they be performing in the club, nobody's even moving, it looks dead. The nigga Max B, every footage that you see, they let the wave out. And everybody in the club is singing along and moving and dancing to Max B. You see the difference? See, I'm not, shout out to Max B. I'm not saying that Max B is an agent, but sometimes niggas is an agent. Sometimes people will let you out. I'm not saying that he's working for the FBI, but I'm saying that he's working for the FBI. You got a nigga that was just released from jail that's damn near 50 years old that got black men back in the clubs. Shout out to Max B. This is not a diss to him, but that's taking us backwards. Niggas being in the club at 50 years old is taking us backwards. So you don't see how the devil works? How they'll give you your reward. And shout out to Max B. I love what he's doing for himself. I love his accomplishments for himself. He's achieving his dream that he left when he went to jail. But the devil gave it to him. Can I get an amen in the comment section? The devil gave it to him so he could give it to us. Deaf, dumb, and blind. Ain't nothing worse than a 50-year-old nigga in the club. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Nigga, you 50 in the club. Can I get an amen? Can we really afford to be in the club at 50? Can we really afford to be in the club? Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Can we really afford to be in the club at 50? Put a hell no in the comment section. Afford to be in the club at 50. Niggas are standing in the club, yo, no lie, looking like sardines, like they all in a can. Nigga done came from jail, being around a bunch of men. Now he in the streets in the club around a bunch of men, but the only difference is, shout out to Max B, he getting paid. Are you getting paid to go backwards? Are you getting paid to go backwards? Niggas is having a sausage party. My whole thing is if you're gonna invite me out, I want to be in the VIP section with the ladies. I want to see some beautiful women. Even if I'm not smashing, I want to look at some beautiful woman. I want to be able to say when I go home or when I get on the phone and I'm gossiping, like, yo, my nigga, shorty in the VIP section was bad. Nah, niggas is in the club talking about, yo, he had a big one. Y'all some Donald Trump shit. He got a big. Y'all sizing each other up. You looking at this Woody Woodpecker. When you got 1,000 niggas standing in the club, what happens when y'all back to back with each other? What happens when a nigga get hard? You standing right next to him. Huh? What happens when a nigga get hard? His beef stick all hard and you standing right next to him. Y'all at a sausage party, my nigga. Where the girls at? I don't want to be up in the club with 1,000 niggas, my nigga. What are we talking about? I want to breathe down the back of her neck, not his neck. I want to breathe down the back of her neck, not his neck. Huh? It is what it is, though. Transhumanism is here, chipping themselves. Like, stop playing. Yeah, the devil can reward you. Sometimes we can involuntarily work for the devil and don't even realize it. Sometimes we can involuntarily work for the FBI and don't even realize it. Your dreams, understand something, right? For some of us, we don't even listen to music all day, every day no more. You know why? Because it's a low frequency. I was listening to music earlier. You know why? Because I'm back on workout. I'm working out again. I'm trying to get this weight down. I'm trying to get into health. Y'all seen the video prior to this one. If y'all didn't watch my pre-recorded, make sure y'all watch my pre-recorded. Because I'm working this channel again. And see, I'm working out again, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, don't find yourself being rewarded to spread evil. Don't find yourself with somebody that just came back into your life and you done conquered. I use drinking, for example. To stop drinking is a big achievement. To stop drinking is a big achievement. And you done conquered that. You done lost weight. You feeling healthy. But now you don't let somebody back into your life that took you backwards. It could be a relationship. You dealing with a chick or you dealing with a nigga that's pissing you off. Now you smoking blunts again. Now you drinking again. Don't let nobody in your life, shout out to Max B. I love seeing that brother home. But there's a path that he's taken that I can't go to. When I do a meet and greet or I do a show, it's to make you think, to make you laugh, to make you have a good time. Having you in a sausage party, having you come out in a sausage party, listening to music where the mentality is where you have to have a gun on your waist. I want you to put on a suit and tie, not a Mac 11 with a banana clip. Know the difference in life. When you come see me, I want to make sure everybody make it home. Unfortunately, in the situations that's going on with Max B, the wave, and I'm not saying he intentionally doing this, it comes with the lifestyle. We seen what happened with Tax Stone. I was listening to Tony Yayo, and he said the realest shit when they was talking about him going to the club. He said, if I decide to go out to the club and I run into Jim Jones in them, right? He said, that's not that I'm scared of them. He said, because of 50 Cent's name, if it jumps off, I'm going to have to pay $500,000 in legal fees. And that ain't even including bail. So now you ask yourself a question. Because I'm being sued by Supreme from the Supreme team, right? First lawyer that I spoke to, the best lawyers in the game, you know what they told me? I had to come up with $20,000 for them just for a retainer. And when that retainer runs out, have another $20,000 for them to keep going with the case. Do you understand how much it costs to get into trouble? When you become grown, see, when you young and you wild, when I used to be wild and I ain't think about all this. I didn't care about none of that. I didn't care about no consequences. How Nas said, don't give a F who get hit as long as the drama's lit. Hungry ass hooligans stay on that piranha shit. Niggas didn't care. But then I touched the stove and touched the stove and touched the stove. Then after a while, as you get a certain age in life, you realize that stove, it burns. And behind every action, there's a reaction. See, a lot of these niggas is talking. They can't talk the talk that I talk. Niggas get mad when I talk streets. You know why? Because I can really prove that I was running around on Rikers Island wilding out. I can really prove that I've actually been to jail multiple times for murders. I can prove that. Oh, you ain't that nigga. Nigga, I've been shot on 2 different occasions. The first time I was shot, when I went to the hospital, they handcuffed me to the bed and charged me with shooting 3 people. I've been through it. This is why I could talk to y'all the way that I talk to y'all. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to wake up and go to sleep every day with somebody or a few people on your mind that you got on your hit list. You got on your purge list. Everybody got a purge list, my nigga. If you got a purge list, press 1 in the comment section. Everybody has a purge list. Not saying that you're going to do something to somebody, but you saying if you ever got the chance and you could get away with it, and ain't nobody looking, be real about it. Press 1 in the comment section. If there's somebody out there and you want to turn their goddamn TV off, don't lie about it. You know it's that one nigga that you go to the store, every time you go to the store, it's a nigga in front of the store and he keeps sizing you up. He keep looking at you when he's standing outside with his mans. He looking at you sideways. You know you want to rock his snot box. You know you want to rock his snot box. Some of you niggas is suckers. Some of you niggas is suckers. There's a nigga that slept with your girl before you slept with her, and you feel like she still like him. Nigga ain't did nothing to you. You just feel like she got him on her mind, and you know you want to tear that nigga up. You know you want to hurt that nigga. You know you do. You just don't want to throw your life away. You realize some people are smarter than others. Some people are smarter than others. I know when me and Eric was running around tearing everything up, I remember we had an argument, a stupid argument, The nigga thought he was going to get a year in jail for murder. Remember that, Eric? We sit up there arguing. We young and dumb. Running around airing. And the older dudes. See, you know what I learned being in the streets? The older dudes are scared. There's a nigga that they scared of. But the younger dudes respect you when they look up to you. And all they see is the fierce warrior. This nigga's a warrior. But they don't realize it's not that he's scared because he's scared of the other dude. He knows that if he kills his opponent, they're going to send a retaliation. He don't want that coming to him. Or if he get the drop on his enemy and somebody see him, he know he got to get a lawyer. He's going to jail. He been in jail already. He don't want to go back to jail. So what do he do? The old niggas start hanging around the young niggas. I could teach you all about the streets. The older niggas start hanging around the younger niggas. Now the younger niggas, they know you put in work before. They see you getting money. Now the other niggas that you beefing with, they looking like, oh, I see what he doing. He got suicide bombers. Yeah, them little niggas that's running the niggas is suicide bombers. Yeah, this nigga got suicide bombers. Uh-oh. All right. Next thing you know, them little niggas is in jail. Or one of them in jail, still got another one. He got a throwaway. This little nigga over there, he got a gun charge. He ain't worried about it. He gonna do his year in jail. He gonna come right back out to be around that older nigga. Some people touched the stove before. And once you realize that the stove is hot, you don't want to burn yourself again. Some niggas ain't scared. They just ain't stupid. So they move smart. They master manipulators. They will get you to do what they ain't got the heart to do no more. It ain't that they cowards. Your life just ain't worth nothing to theirs. Your mother's tears don't mean nothing to them. Understand that. The streets don't love nobody. The streets got an expiration date. And now you know all of this, and you 50 years old, and you let a nigga come home from jail and pull you back into the streets. What? Take the what and leave the what? Somebody tell Jim Jones stop using my shit. I know I got it from the movie Shotter, but he wasn't using it. I know niggas like my style. They love my style. I know. The biggest fraud on YouTube. You know what I love about me? The fact that I could be the biggest fraud on YouTube. And I bet you if you was in my face, I could put my Woody Woodpecker in your mouth. If you was in my face, I bet you swallow it. And all the jism that would be all over your face, you would wipe it all over your hand and lick it. You know how I could tell? Because for you to be sitting up here watching the biggest fraud on YouTube, you got to be a cocksucker. Can I get an amen in the comment section? Can I get an amen in the comment section? For you to be in my comment section calling me the biggest fraud on YouTube, you like the chick that everybody could hit. Nobody want to hit her, but if they bored and they ain't got nothing better to do and they beef stick it, and you the chick, you the nigga sitting, like you like the chick that you sit in the building, right? Used to tell this chick, right? I'd be smashing back in the days. I used to tell her to go in the building and take the elevator and get off on the floor, get off 2 floors off and walk down so that none of my friends could see it. That's you. Talking about we the fraud, you the fraud. Why you here? Huh? Why you here? What happened? What happened? Bob Spiritual Vision. Much love, Haas. Thank you for sponsoring this war family. Appreciate you. But the show must go on. Are you not entertained? I love being a fraud. You know what? I thank God, though, because I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn to love myself. When the world stopped loving me, I had to learn to love myself. And everybody watching me, I know some of y'all feel Y'all feel down, depressed. Y'all don't feel like, listen, man, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you the shit. Love on yourself. Make you feel good. I don't give a goddamn if you got to go in the kitchen and make you a hamburger. I want you to fuck that hamburger up and tell yourself you the shit. Make you feel good. People are going to, yo, after I got shot, niggas be making fun of me getting shot and I be laughing because it doesn't bother me. Because I realized that God sent me an angel and made me understand that I'm somebody special. Who gets shot in front of the whole world, then come back to the internet and the people wipes away your tears. The people wipes away your tears. Strangers. Not the people that you love. Strangers. That's when you know God sent you an angel. They laughing at me. I'm smiling. Y'all don't see what God gave me? I couldn't have the people that I grew up with because they had too much animosity. But I get on the internet and I got people all over the world saying, we love you, Hassan Campbell. Y'all want to piss the haters off, right? We love you, Hassan Campbell, inside the comment section. And watch the devil shake. I guarantee you. Right, we love you in the comment section. And watch it shake them. Because you know what? Words are spells. And when they come inside the comment section and they put that spell, the biggest fraud. They implanting a seed in your mind, so let's implant seeds back in their mind. We love you, and I love y'all too. Huh? Yeah, we cast the spells back. Those words are going into the universe. Charles, always brother Hassan, to see you, brother, always respectful. Your balancing center point. Keep staying on strong, powerful, detoxing, removing toxicity. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Damn, y'all pissing them off. The people in the comment section talking about they love the kid and they hitting with the super chat. Look at the devil shaking. Look at the devil shaking. Right now, they're getting ready to have a meeting. They said, hold up. We sabotaged this page. This nigga got a whole 1,000 people on this page. We know we sabotaged this page.
Boyfriend?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
You got an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
He still loves you?
No.
The Aquarius in me knows better.
But the Aquarius wants you to not do better.
I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
The nigga said, I'm going to swipe left. You kind of look like my son. He called her ugly. His son is suffering from a disability, allegedly. I don't know which one. I'm going to say allegedly, but from what I'm hearing. And my prayers go out to that little baby. My prayers go out to that little baby. And I need for y'all to understand something. Right? I need for y'all to understand something. Do you know how many millions of people are watching Blueface? Do you know how many young men are being raised to think that it's okay to disrespect our children?
Boyfriend?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
You got an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
He still loves you?
No.
The Aquarius in me knows better.
But the Aquarius wants you to not do better.
I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
Okay.
Okay. They gonna know what I'm talking about. You're my next lady. Like, Junior.
It was he looked like Charles Barkley. Then it was he wasn't your son. Now you got a 20v1 telling whoever, however, she looked like my son. You know, I can't wait when me and my son just go visit your grave one day. You feel me? Because that's what you're trying to do right now while we living our lives separate, whatever, from the chaos. Yo, bitch ass want to kill us. You know you gonna die first before us, right? Oh God. That day coming. Cause I'm not trying to kill you while you still here. Real shit. It's cool. Can't wait to see that tombstone.
She hurt. She hurt. But for me, I don't know who's worse, Blueface's mother or the son. And regardless of what, Chrisean is 25 years old. She's still a baby. Her brain ain't even fully developed. And it's just sad because this is the picture that's being painted. This is why we set back more than 2,000 years. Not 400. We have been set back more than 2,000 years. And this is why. Do you know how much money is being spent to keep our kids in a state of ignorance? I'm not going to say that our mothers and fathers and grandparents and aunts and uncles didn't fight, but they kept it indoors. It was nobody else's business. That's why they made that saying, mind your own business. There were certain things that you mind your own business with. But in this case, the disrespect of the black child and the black woman has become entertainment. Are you not entertained? Being entertained by ignorance, being entertained by evil, and at the same time being programmed not to feel the pain of a mother. I don't care what she did when that nigga went to jail. It happens. All over the world, people are looking at a black man treat a black woman like she ain't shit. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? And then there's a budget. There's a budget to make us look like the most ignorant people on this earth.
This has been pissing me off for days. I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's just boiling inside of me. This is going to be an angry rant. So Donald Trump allegedly gave 500 to Big Ball Sack Heaven Bubba Bill Clinton. Who hasn't? Who hasn't tasted Bill? Remember back in the day where presidents were impeached for cheating on their wives? Remember back in the day where presidents were impeached for having sex with somebody outside of their marriage? People say they having a hard time believing it. Well, I don't. If you can find an actual child attractive, well, there's not many things you won't try. Plus, Trump got that turkey neck thing going on. He got that coochie neck. That's hard to turn down when you a freak. That's not what pissed me off, though. This got me hot.
Years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like, he liked 15-year-old girls. That he wasn't into, like, 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years.
This type of rhetoric is what people use to normalize things, right? Well, the kids weren't 8. they were just 15 when they were trafficked to an island by a predator.
We have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was under 10, I was under 14.
Megyn Kelly is no different than Ghislaine. What we don't talk about is the women that are complicit in the abuse against children. It's the women that get kids real comfortable and relaxed right before they're hurt.
I think there is a difference. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Megyn Kelly said she didn't believe that Epstein was a pedophile because nobody came out and said that they were under the age of like 10 or 14. And there's a big difference between like a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old. And she's absolutely right. It's grades in school. They're all in school. They're school-age children. There are grown women and men that don't know how to cope with being essayed. There are grown women and men that wouldn't know what to do or how to escape an island full of powerful people. Yet a 9th grader should know because, you know, they're mature. Get the f*** out of here. You want to know why some adult men and women have a hard time finding relationships, picking the right partner? It's because even as children, they weren't protected. Even as children, they were never shown what healthy looks like, what normal looks like when it comes to intimacy and relationships. Have you ever tried to make a decision in survival mode? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the wrong decision. Megyn Kelly has 3 kids. You have predators and complicit women raising and creating more predators, and it'll never be safe over here. In fact, it's really unsafe over here. We're not going to create a safe community for you to discuss your disgusting desires. It's just not going to happen. And we're never going to stop talking about abuse. So many times when we hear sick-ass stories, people say, well, where were the parents? Well, those are the parents. Megyn Kelly is a parent. Those are the parents. Protect and guard children. Megyn Kelly says that 15 is like the barely legal type, but 15 isn't legal at all. And I don't care if you call a 15-year-old boy or girl a young man or young woman. That doesn't negate the fact that they're literal kids. And if you're into the barely legal type, then you need to be barely alive, barely free, and barely breathing. Some parents don't play about our kids, so find something safe for you to do.
Chef Bear, got my coffee and my money. Love you. Thank you, family. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you. She need to talk to academics. Damn. I ain't the one that said it. I just read it. It's a lot of people that need to be talked to. You know how many people be coming in my comment section? Oh, you was 15. You was 13. Like, damn, y'all dangerous. The only difference between a child and a child is the test. Like she said.
Everyone has seen this painting. Okay, so this is a painting that was in Jeffrey Epstein's $70 million apartment. It's on sale right now for $70 million in Manhattan. Common misconception of this painting is that Bill Clinton is wearing Hillary Clinton's dress from some event. Not accurate.
Oh, it's
He's
Lewinsky's
wearing
dress.
Monica Lewinsky's dress that he jizzed on, and she kept the stain that was that's how he got caught, right?
No.
So this painting obviously is indicating that Jeffrey Epstein has compromising information on Bill Clinton. Yesterday, a picture of Bill Clinton getting a massage from one of the victims came out. That said, what I found out about today is that there was another painting in there. I cannot believe I never knew this, but it's this. George Bush with 2 knocked down Jenga buildings
And 2 planes.
and 2 paper airplanes. How crazy is that, dude? And that was in Epstein's house.
Release the Epstein files.
Do you hear the conversations, the difference between the conversations that black people having and white people are having? When you realize that our country, or this plantation called America, the evil that is being run by, the things that they're capable of, the things that they're being accused of. Let me tell you something, man. Anybody that's trying to convince you to be up under either one of these parties, whether it be the Democrats or the Republicans, they're evil. And they're your enemy. It's disgusting to see both sides of accusing each other of the worst shit that you could possibly accuse each other of. But sometimes when it comes out of my mouth, people like to look at me crazy, so I let them say it for me. Alex Jones said this 7 years ago.
No video of President Trump sucking a ding dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden.
You know what's crazy? Alex Jones said that 7 years ago. Because 7 years ago, they was talking about whether Donald Trump sucked on Clinton's meatball. This was 7 years old. So this is not new. This email and all the things that's going on, this is not new. But notice that he also said, without saying, you see how this came out while we on a break of World War III? AKA population reduction. And I guarantee you when World War III breaks out, the people who Elon Musk's dad was talking about can't be. Watch how our population get reduced. Y'all don't even understand what's going on.
Trump administration seems to have been hiding these emails. They're not good. Okay? They are completely indefensible, but I already told you, I was done with MAGA at the moment he looked us in the face and he said, what files, right? What are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Pam Bondi said it was a Democrat hoax. No, I think the entire nation has been hoaxed by Republicans and Democrats. Our pervert elite that sit at the top. That's my question. We'll take a
Anybody that's trying to sell you Donald Trump, give them the side eye. Tell them to get their hand out of your pocket.
Well, hello, America. So, happy motherfucking Friday. They're going to release the Epstein files. They're not going to release the Epstein files. The Epstein files exist. The Epstein files don't exist. Trump's not in them. Trump's in them. They don't really have any critical information, so they are not relevant. They have all the critical information. They're super relevant. And apparently Congress voted on them. And they're at a deadlock because only 218 people voted yes. It's not enough to release them, so now they're not going to release them. And last but not least, my new favorite one is apparently Charlie Kirk had the Epstein files in their entirety, and he was going to talk about them, and that's why he was assassinated, because the Jews are using the Epstein files to blackmail President Trump and control our government. Did I get everything? Hold the fuck up, Sparkles. It doesn't matter if they're real or not, or if they exist or not, or what's in them or not. They ain't ever going to tell us. And they don't need to tell us. Because at this point, if you are part of the elite group of motherfuckers, whether it's Hollywood or businessmen or Congress, you're probably connected to the shit at some way, shape, or form that would incriminate and destroy you if the regular public knew about it. We all know, and just because you haven't gotten the black and white evidence that says this motherfucker diddled little kids, so we're still going to support them until they actually tell us, they're never going to fucking tell us. And if you think that the Israelis or the Jews or who the fuck ever are using this to blackmail Trump so they can control our government, apparently you don't understand that we've been indebted to these individuals and their banking institutions and the Rothschilds and everybody else forever and ever and ever and ever with our national debt, because, you know, we borrow money from them and China and everybody else. They don't need the Epstein files to blackmail anybody, because they're never going to tell us who's in them or what it contains. And again, they don't fucking need to. We already know. So if you're part of any sort of legislative, judicial, executive branch in Washington, your name's probably tied to them, and it could probably ruin your fucking life. Are they real? Maybe. Are they not real? I don't know. Was he a Mossad agent? I don't give a fuck. just probably a distraction for whatever the fuck else they're trying to hide at this point, as it is. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Just fucking saying.
I want y'all to analyze the niggas that y'all be listening to on YouTube and make them step their game up. Because the conversations niggas be having is child's play.
The President of the United States is a pedophile, and the DOJ has known for over a decade, and throughout Democrat and Republican administrations, they ain't said nothing. Why? Because it would implicate the other pedophiles in the government in both political parties. Our government is being ran by pedophiles and pedophile sympathizers, and I feel like no one's mad enough.
Shouldn't we all be angry? If white people are mad, why is black people smiling?
For all those who think that I hate being black, come forward because this message is for you. I do not hate being black, but what I do hate is the dysfunction and the behavior and the representation that is coming out of the black community. It is freaking embarrassing. And I'm doubly embarrassed because I am a black woman, and black women lead in the most dysfunctional statistics. Everything. Not to mention that they're raising criminals, not to mention that they're all baby mamas, not to mention that their children are killing each other. Like, do we not see a problem here? And let's not forget the poor decision making, the not being able to be corrected, the belittling of your own men who were sent here to protect you. I am so tired of bad behavior being praised and rewarded just for you to turn around and act like a victim. It is disgusting. And yes, I know all of y'all are not baby mamas, but I get so heated just talking about this because I want to see the black community do better. I want better for the black community. I want better for you guys more than you want for yourselves, because you have to raise your standards. You have to change your mentality. You have to be better all on your own, and you cannot blame white people. That is it.
Trump is either going to have some sort of medical event, or there is going to be some huge distraction orchestrated. Because with all of the information that came out yesterday, the Trump administration is literally panicking. Now, on top of absolutely everything else that came out yesterday, we find out that Jeffrey Epstein and Trump spent Thanksgiving together in 2017 while Trump was president. This was confirmed by the newly released emails, which contained a guest list for Epstein's Thanksgiving Day crew. So this actually irrefutably proves that Trump has been lying about his relationship to Epstein, because Trump has been claiming that he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago decades ago. Now we have multiple instances that show that that's absolutely not the case. But wait, it gets worse. Here's a direct quote from Epstein in one of these emails. "I have met some very bad people. None as bad as Trump. Not one decent cell in his body." If a sociopath is saying that about Trump, what exactly does that mean about who Trump is as a person? I have to say, for most of us, this is no surprise whatsoever, and we can see this. We can see this in all of his incredibly cruel and heinous actions. But I do not know how MAGA is going to possibly spin all of this. I don't think they can.
How G.I. Joe used to say back in the days, no one is half the battle. All of us have choices to make in our life. We living in a country where things are going on right in front of our lying eyes, and we acting like we don't see it. Children are disappearing by the boatload. Children are disappearing by the boatload. Nobody's asking any questions. And then it's like, when you sit back and you think about slavery, everybody talk about what they would have done and how they would have done during the days of slavery. The funny part about it is that it's like Harriet Tubman said, and I see a lot of people regurgitating me. She said that she would have freed more slaves if they would have knew that they were slaves. Not only are you slaves in this land of a thief, the home of the slave, where you work for the colonizer and be happy to get a paycheck. Well, not really that happy, because you could barely pay your bills. But kids are being collected right in front of your face. And y'all sit up there talking about it ain't my problem. And then your kids is being snatched. But because it ain't the kids that live in your house that's on the milk carton. Remember when we was growing up back in the days, it was the milk carton kids? Kids are disappearing every day. Being rounded up just like the days of slavery. And the people that's not affected is living their best life. It's time to wake up. Because the reality of it is, it's but so long. They're already showing y'all and teaching y'all right in front of y'all faces how they play with my channel and everybody. We all watching. We was literally live for a long time, where it was showing there was one person in the building and it was a 1,000 of us. Calculators don't miscalculate. No, that's Satan. That's Satan's army, the algorithm, and agents at the same time. They got everybody watching me. They got everybody watching us. We being contained like a virus. If they spend billions of dollars and giving millions of dollars for Chrisean Rock and Blueface to keep you stupid, you think they want me to wake you up out of this spell? No, we're being contained. And all the ignorant niggas is on the internet. When you go outside, you see ignorance. When you come in the house and you turn on your TV, you see ignorance. Are you not entertained? Who's that peeking in the window? The FBI. Who's that peeking in the window? The CIA. Who's that peeking in the window? The Jinn. Front row center. But yeah, I promised y'all I was going to go live during the daytime, and I did that. Hopefully we get the opportunity to go live again on my big channel, or maybe Snapbox TV. If y'all like this sweatsuit that I got on, or some of the fly coats that I'm going to be rocking, make sure y'all go follow up at Darucci's Level on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow the brother. And I need for y'all that's watching me right now, y'all go over to my Instagram, because they put a spell on my page. Poppy from BX River. Poppy from BX River. Go subscribe to my Instagram right now, and I'll follow y'all back. Right now, and I'll follow y'all back. And I want y'all to spam on my videos. Spam in the comment section. Spam in the comment section, because they rigged my Instagram. My shit is not moving. They did something to it. And it's crazy, because new comments be coming in on the comment section and they won't even let me see them. It is what it is. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to go live again. And make sure y'all watch. Matter of fact, subscribe to my Real Topics with Hassan, my Snapbox TV, my Just Keeping It Funky with Hassan, and my Hassan Campbell page. It is what it is. I'm out.